grades have just been released, and so it's report card time. And depending on how your child did, you may or may not have some challenges ahead of you. Whether they performed really well and want to maintain that momentum, or they didn't perform quite so well and need a restart. We're here today on Engage Chesterfield with school counselor Ann Trask and Chesterfield County Public Library librarian Jen Ford to discuss kind of some things that we can do to support our students. Welcome to Engage Chesterfield.
Thank you for having us.
So if a student has done really well with their grades and you want to keep them from kind of hitting the slump or you want to keep that momentum going, what are some things that you can do as a parent?
I would keep encouraging them to keep doing the great work that they have been. Partnering well with the teachers helps a lot. And we know sometimes children will do really, really well and they think they can slide. So helping them to understand this is great, staying engaged with what they're doing, finding things that they like to do, and keeping them focused on what they're trying to accomplish in their classes can be helpful.
Awesome. So, what do you think though about awards or incentives? I know a lot of parents do that.
Personally, for me, I think it's important to have intrinsic motivation, helping children to understand that it's important to do things because it's the right thing to do. Some parents do reward with possibly money or a trip to the library or a trip to the ice cream store or something. Trying to help children to understand that it's important to do it for the right reason, not necessarily to win an award, but if that is what motivates the child, that might be what the family looks at, and it could be saving up to get a new toy, a new game, being able to go to King's Dominion. So maybe giving them something to aim for, but to me it's more important to be focusing on that they're doing the things for the right reasons.
So what about that other student? Let's say someone's not done so well, has struggled, and the grades are not really where they could or should be. What are strategies that you can do to help them out at home?
Some of the key things that we've talked to families about, Amy, is about checking on screen time. Do they have a television in their room? Do they have access to technology? We've had many conversations with parents recently and finding out that the kids are staying up till 10, 11, 12 o'clock at night using, playing games, being on their telephone. So I talk to parents about making sure that they don't have access to technology after, whatever time it might be. And I think obviously partnering with the teachers. The teachers are here to help. We in the schools want the children to be successful. If you have questions, please talk with your teachers, talk with the administrators, talk with the counselors. We're all here to help. So to help the kids see that we're working together, literally as the school family, to make sure that they're being successful.
So, let's say your child is being defiant and not doing homework or not following through with what they need to do at home. What are your thoughts on disciplinary actions around that, or ways to kind of motivate and change that behavior?
I think knowing your child. We have 3 children, and each one of our children were very different, and they were motivated in different ways. So I think obviously knowing your child, if there are issues with defiance, if there's issues with aggressiveness, if there's a lack of motivation, again, the counselors can help with that. Sometimes we even refer to outside resources like Chesterfield County Mental Health. But finding out some of this is typical. If you're working with teenagers, it might be more typical of some of their hormonal changes. Same thing, middle school, high school. At the elementary level, sometimes children are making choices, I'm going to say, with the people they're hanging out with. So finding out what is going on that they're not interested. Is it a disconnect with the school? Is it a disconnect with their teacher? So again, building those partnerships, I think, with the schools is critical. Are the behaviors they're seeing at home, are they the same as what they see at school? Sometimes they can be very different.
And that goes right kind of to my next question. So is that relationship between the parent and the teacher is so important. Mm-hmm. What are some other things that you can do to strengthen that relationship with the teacher?
Obviously, today we have Parent-Teacher Conference Day, so if you're able to come to the conference, that is fantastic. We know that a lot of our families are working. They may not be able to come into the schools. Please email with your teachers, call your teachers. All teachers want the children to be successful, and we want to build a positive relationship with our families, so being sure that knowing that the teachers are there to help. So reaching out, if you are having struggles at home with your child, reach out to the teachers. We have many, many resources. And I learned a lot about the public library, about resources that are available from them.
Exactly, and that's, it's so impressive, all of the awesome things that the public library has
Thank you.
to support kids and learning and families. Could you tell me a little bit about, what you have that might be beneficial around homework or scheduling or resources or, I have a project due tomorrow.
Sure. Well, we always love if they come in a little bit earlier than the day before it's due. But we have a lot of really great resources that we think a lot of parents might not know about. We were talking this morning about Homework Help, which is a resource that we get through the Credo Reference Center. In fact, I think all the public libraries have it. It is an online program whereby the student gets matched up with a state certified teacher. And it's so simple. They can get to it right through our website. They log in with a first name, what grade they're in, and what subject they need help with. And then they're matched up with a teacher. It includes a chat feature and a digital whiteboard that they can collaborate with on together. This teacher works with them until the assignment is complete.
Wow, so is that free?
It is free, and it's available. We think of it as sort of an off hours from the school. So it's available from 3 p.m. in the afternoon until 9 p.m. at night, Monday through Thursday. And then they're also available from 9 a.m. until 3 p.m. on Saturdays as well.
Does it cover all grade levels?
It covers 3 through 12th officially, but we have heard that they will offer some help to students who are younger than third grade as well.
That is phenomenal because they don't do math the way that they used to do it when I learned it.
They sure don't. I was thinking about that the other day. Somebody showed me that cube thing that they use now for math, and it just blew my mind.
Well, is there any other advice that you'd like to offer about the public library or those resources?
I mean, Homework Help is great. We also have something else called Learning Express, which is a little bit more of a self-paced program. It's again online. It's really great for, it covers elementary, middle, and high school, but I think it's really great for the older students who need something that's a little more flexible. They can work on it 30 minutes here, 30 minutes there. They do have to create an account for that one. So first name, last name, email address, and create a password. But what's great about that, having the account, is that it saves their progress as they go. So if they need to put in 30 minutes and then leave, when they come back to it, it picks up right where they left off.
What a fantastic resource.
It really is
Certainly
great.
Everyone should have a public library card for real. Well, thank you for joining us and sharing your time and expertise. It's certainly been very helpful. And thank you for being with us on Engage Chesterfield today.